Seussical is basically a jumble of a bunch of Dr. Seuss stories put together to make one story.
And normally there wouldn't be much of a coherent story, but they've added a character, this kid who essentially imagines the entire show. His name is Jojo. He's eventually inserted into the story. But he's kind of the emotional through line, in my opinion, of the entire thing. Without Jojo on stage, none of this happens.
With his imagination, he brings the Cat in the Hat to life.
He kind of calls forth all the stories and all the events and happenings that are coming on through the show. And the two that they mainly draw from are Horton Hears a Who and Horton Sits on the Egg.
Seussical is the most performed musical right now in the United States.
It's something that adults can take their kids to, kids can take their parents to. I mean, I think there's something for everybody in it.
The Who's are dealing with how to raise their child, what's best for raising their son, betrayal of trust going on with Maisie. You know, how do you handle these responsibilities? Unrequited love, as silly as that sounds, between Gertrude McFuzz and Horton.
Horton is the quiet, misunderstood elephant in the jungle of Newell.
He's my love interest in the show, so I get to work a lot with Nick. I get to follow him around while he ignores me for most of the show.
He's almost like the constant in the story.
Even though he's the biggest one of all, he also has the biggest heart, and he wants to save the Who's. Cat in the Hat is the narrator of the entire show.
His role is to run around and create.
He pops up here and there and he's different characters.
As he's so full of mischief, just like you would expect, but it's a very benign kind of, you know, oh, I got you in trouble, now I'll help you get out of it.
The cat kind of tricks us into learning a lesson.
The music is so much fun. It's there's a whole bunch of different styles all in one show, but it's all high energy and really, really fun.
The music is deceiving when you first listen to it. I don't think that I assumed that it was going to be as tricky as it's turned into being.
Even though it's based on children's books, the music from it is actually technically very difficult.
It's a collage, really, of many different styles of music.
He's going to fan her for all night. Yeah.
Yeah, these are really fun, so they just like go on like a headband.
I'm really excited about costumes. I can't wait to get it all together.
Well, Horton the elephant is a really humanistic character. He's most relatable, although he's an elephant. And so I really wanted to make sure that all the human traits were highlighted in these, you know, fantastic creatures.
I've got giant floppy ears. I've got my big elephant ears, and then I've got I'll have a big gray bodysuit, essentially.
My biggest thing was to make the costumes true to the Seuss books, and that people weren't seeing anything that they didn't recognize, and he's done a super job of carrying that into his costumes.
I designed the whole set and every piece that is considered a set piece. So things like we have a bathtub that moves on and off stage. I designed that. We have the nest, which Horton sits on, which is this very large platform that rolls on and off. The set itself is a series of platform staircase that is a semicircle, and it goes up to about 5.5 feet. And it spins around the stage. And on one side of this platform, we have Whoville for the scenes in which Whoville is involved. And when it spins, you have the jungle, where all the jungle scenes will take place.
I would just want the audience to come and have fun. It's really a show for all ages. It's just going to be a fun time. You just come with no expectations and leave with your heart full of music and joy.
The story is a very good story. It's a uplifting story, so I really want them to get fun and enjoyment out of it and to leave the theater happier than when they came in.
Come see the show.
Please come to the show.
Come see the show!
If you don't come to the show, you're the biggest blind fool in the jungle of Newell.